nice.
Long clothes, 1975. Using words on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Lawn Boys Clothes, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Novabug's post 1975. Sort my voice out there, it's a little cracky. This is a video response to my very good mate Chris Novabug. He is in my channel list. I'll put a link to his channel and do hickey down below. He's just hit 200 well-deserved subs. Absolutely massive congratulations, mate. And as I said, it's well-deserved because you just have brilliant content. You're an all-round top bloke, and you're a very good mate. I advise everyone out there to go and check him out and check this video out. He's done 11 random questions video. And I like these. Do you know I like random question videos? For the most part, I've got a few props, but I hate saying it like that, props, but I want to do it kind of off the cuff. As always, I am very low tech, so I've written it down, but since I'm reading like this, I'm probably going to rape my eyes. Anyway, so yeah, 11 questions, because these amps go up to 11. Or, why don't you just make 10 louder? Anyway, yeah, 11 questions, on, off, on, off, on, off, gaming, random, gaming, random. That was a really odd explanation, you didn't need to know that. So, let's crack straight into this. If you could go back in time and change one thing about a console, what would it be? But it has to be kind of within the same, you know, realms of the tech that was available at the time. You can't add shit onto it, you know, that didn't exist at the time. This is an easy one for me, because while I never had this console back in the day, I do love it now, and I would love to have seen where it would have gone if they gave it a CD drive. So I think you've probably worked out what I'm talking about already. The N64. You know, I love the N64. My brother had one back in the day, and I enjoyed it then, but as an adult having my own, I absolutely love it. But there's no denying the fact that it was cartridge based while being instant, which I do like. That was kind of cool about it. Is the cartridge, you know, storage capacity. While they did kind of come up with a whole bunch of cool tricks and stuff, like I mean Resident Evil 2's on it to work around it. There's no denying that that held back the console. What would it have been like with a CD drive? I think it would have been absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna have a swig of beer, and it kind of ties into my my next answer. Anyway, yeah, I hate Stella. I loathe Stella, but you're probably saying, well, why are you drinking it? Simple. It was the only pint can in the offing, and it's Saturday night, so I want pint cans. I don't like 500ml cans, and I certainly don't like 440ml cans. I don't see the point. I mean, gulp, gulp, gone. Anyway, you didn't need to know that either. What's your favourite kind of glass? It could be any glass. I'm going to go with what you talked about. That wasn't his answer. He's not done his answer video yet, and that would be a vessel to hold liquid. Does anyone else remember? Maybe it's just my neck of the woods, because I don't see them in pubs anymore, and I love them. Does anyone else remember those big mug bubbly pint glasses? You know, the ones that had kind of the little, I don't know, indents on the side, like little square windows, which is a stupid thing to say, that a window on a glass, but you know the ones I mean. They're like the bubbly pint glasses with the handle. I absolutely love those glasses, and you never see them anymore. Do you know what over there? You can't see it. You just see those boring pint glasses. It's a shit, to be honest. Bubbly pint glasses. Bring them back, people. We should start a Kickstarter or something. Or maybe it's just Bristol and everyone else has them. It's the biggest inside joke ever. If every game system was going to become extinct, like gone forever, completely annihilated, Console-geddon, as Chris said, wipes off the surface of the planet, and you can only save one system, what would it be? I would save the Spectrum. Boring cliche answer? Possibly, but I would save it because Spectrum, you know, I feel I owe a lot to the Spectrum. It was my first system, it was my first gaming machine, you know. I can't imagine my childhood if I didn't have a Spectrum. Would it have been better with something else? I honestly don't know, but all I know is if that's what I would have to do to preserve having the childhood that I did was save that system from extinction, then job done. Right. Who is a brilliant question. Who would you be in Labyrinth? As he rightly says, if you haven't seen Labyrinth, right, get on it. You really need to sort your shit out. I am a connoisseur, so obviously I own it on Blu-ray. Right, so who would you be in Labyrinth? Again, boring answer, but there is something behind this one. I would be the Goblin King. I would basically be Bowie, because he is so fucking cool in this movie, it's ridiculous. And I bet he just got so many fit birds. Because Well, we all know what I'm talking about here. It's the elephant in the room, isn't it? You never noticed it as a kid, but you certainly noticed it as an adult, and no one talked about it back then. And it's basically, Christ alive, Bowie, put that thing away. You're going to take someone's eye out. You know what I mean, but yeah. So yeah, he was just badass, and yeah, as I said, pretty sure he was a ladies' man. Right. Oh, this is a good one. Fave video game media. I've touched upon this before and kind of contradicts what I said about the N64. Hue cards. PC Engine hue cards. Were they hue cards on the Master System? They look the same, but I don't know. You know, there's just something very, very cool about them. You know, small, wallet size, compact. Possibly the reason, well, possibly it is the reason that the PC Engine was so compact. One of my favourite looking consoles of all time. I just think there's something really cool about hue cards, especially when they come in little, excuse me, windy pops, plastic sleeve. I just think they're brilliant. Sure, their storage capacity may not be as big or, you know, as good as other things, but hue cards, they're cool. And sometimes just because something looks cool means you kind of forgive it for all its sort of faults or failings. Excuse me again. Which science fiction spacecraft would you like to have if it could be real? Now, this might surprise you. I mean, I thought about Star Wars, but I don't know why. I would like I was going to say the Dodge Viper. That I wouldn't mind one if anyone wants to give me one. The Viper from the original Battlestar Galactica, like the original sort of 70s series. I don't know, something about the Viper, to me, Pip's X-Wing, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I don't know if it's because it seems more plausible, even as a kid it seemed more plausible because it was more of an airplane shape even though it flew in space, and it had the turbo and the instrument panels and the stick, you know, looked like a, I don't know, real aircraft. So it always, at least to me as a kid, it always looked like it was within the realms of being a possible craft. I know it's not, but yeah, I just think the Viper from Battlestar Galactica is probably hands down one of the best sort of spaceships in any science fiction, you know, franchise or show ever. Period. Job done with the Viper. Which video game is your guilty pleasure? This is a good one. A video game, you know, that you wouldn't possibly normally play. I don't know why I felt the need to do that. You know, it's within a genre that you wouldn't normally play, and that's simple. That's Wrestle War on the Mega Drive. I almost said PC Engine. Now, before everyone jumps down my throat, I don't like wrestling. If you like wrestling, cool beans, and it's to your credit. I don't like it. Never really liked it. Never really liked any of the games. In fact, I would possibly go as far as to say I avoided them. Just, I don't know, just didn't. Maybe it's because I didn't like it as a sport. As an entertainment. I didn't like it, you know, to play games. But this, I don't know what it is about this. Something about this game. Maybe it's because it was the first sort of, you know, I played it in the arcades. I don't know if it's going to show up. Kind of chunky, 3D. You're not seeing that. You know what I mean if you've played it. Yeah, just chunky 3D. Felt really, really solid. I think I like it a bit because it feels more like a regular fighting game than it does a wrestling game. But yeah, I never ever play any wrestling games whatsoever. But I do find myself constantly going back to Wrestle War on the Sega Mega Drive. Do you at your age? That's a very good question. No. Well, no and yes. Well, yes and no. It's certain, you know, times or parts of, you know, your life, you know, when it comes to your responsibilities, your financial responsibilities, duty of care, things like that, you know, when, I don't know, you're driving and there are other people in the car and so you have a form of, you know, responsibility, then I will act my age. But any other time, if I don't have to act my age, I don't see the point. I don't understand why you have to walk around like a bug died up your ass all the time. You know, life's short, people. Have fun. As I said, when you have to take, you know, care of your responsibilities, do so. But if you don't, if you're in a situation or an environment in your day-to-day life where there is no outcome for you acting like a child, do it. I say, do it. You'll feel better. You'll live longer. You'll look younger. What is the most annoying good video game character to you? Good being they're not, you know, a villain or an ass, you know. That one's simple for me. I've never been on board with this character. Again, there's probably a ton of people out there who like this character. I don't know. He just rubbed me up the wrong way. It was, considering that he was a sidekick to someone who was absolutely badass and cool, I'll get to the point in a minute, that they nailed, you know, in a design perspective. This just reeked of trying too hard, I don't know, and to play the cube card, and that was Tails from Sonic 2. I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't like the look of him. I don't like the way he plays. I know they tried to do something else. A two-tailed ox. I don't get it. Honestly, he just rubs me up the wrong way. Not really his fault, because he didn't create himself, but yeah, he just rubs me up the wrong way. I wish I could go into more detail. I can. Tails, irritating little twat. Ooh, this is a good one. What video game has your favourite original soundtrack? I.e., it's its own soundtrack. It's not pinched from other media, like, you know, as Chris said, like with football games and diving games, you know, using real bands and stuff like that. That one's easy. Still to this day, it's this. I forget, this is Assault Suit Lenos, the Japanese Mega Drive. I forget what this is called in Europe and North America, but if you've heard the soundtrack to this, I'm assuming it was unchanged in Europe and North America. If you've heard the soundtrack to this, you will know that this is hands down incredible. It's so good. I mean, just the way it starts off in the little mini cutscenes, and it just sets up like a movie. It's so dramatic. It's just fucking amazing. Assault Suit Lenos is possibly up there as one of the games that has the best soundtrack on the Mega Drive. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that it's a better sounding game than Batman, and Batman's an amazing sounding game, and that kicks its ass. This is a good one. Fave type of weather and why? I don't mind the rain. I quite like the rain. I mean, I live on a hill, so it's not really a problem. And I don't mean to the extent like we got battered, you know, recently at the end of last year and the start of this year, where, you know, the misery that was forced upon people and, you know, the floods and stuff like that. I don't mean that, but I just like the rain. Never been a fan of hot weather. I don't like summer. Part of my answer for this might be because I work nights and I have to sleep in the day. So sleeping in the day, the ideal sort of weather for me is dark, overcast, cold, a little bit damp. Sleeping in the days in summer is just a pain in the ass. But yeah, so I go as far as to say my favourite type of weather is the rain. I do like snow. Well, I love snow, but the problem with snow, I don't know why I'm going even further. I've just told you my favourite type of weather. Problem with snow is you take 1 inch of snow and it shuts our country down and all our airports down. It's utterly embarrassing. And from an infrastructure perspective, such as work and things like that, having to drive around in it and function in it is irritating and stressful and dangerous. But that aside, love snow, but again, don't know why I told you that. That's my B answer, that's my backup answer. But no, favourite type of weather is the rain. As I said, not necessarily torrential and to the point where we all, you know, need an arc or whatever, but yeah, there you go. So that's my 11 answers to Chris's 200 sub competition. If I win, does that mean I have to give that t-shirt to Chris Shanks as well? So yeah, first of all, mate, once again, mate, absolutely massive congratulations on a very well-deserved 200 subs. Any of you out there watching this video, if you don't know who he is in my channel, and I'll link him and the video in the doohickey down below. Do yourself a solid and go and check him out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.